Well, good morning, gentlemen. How are you? It's raining. Not snowing, raining. And grey. Unfortunately, that's the winter in the UK. I mean, as if the English people haven't been depressed enough. Now we got the goddamn weather to deal with. But as I'm not a young man, I would like to share my maturity. Ooh, that sounds disgusting. No, I mean my experiences through life. Let's clear things up. I mean, my experiences about pheromones. Of course, you knew it would be about pheromones, because it always is. But as you know, pheromones create a persona, which is generally completely false. Because as you know, a lot of pheromones, or most of them, are all about show and tell. But once you get to quite a certain age, you know that the personas are all fake. And you kind of get an idea of what a lot of pheromones really are like. And I've been to quite a few different countries as well. For instance, this kind of makes the hairs on my back of my neck stick up. There's a pheromone that's in the NRA and is supposed to know a lot about guns. And she's teaching pheromones all about guns and how to shoot them. Can you imagine going anywhere near the area where that's happening? It's almost like a pheromone teaching another pheromone how to reverse into a small space. Oh, I know we're not supposed to mention things like that, but they're true, aren't they? If I'm driving behind a pheromone, I always give her a few more car lengths distance. And I only do that because my experience over the years, pheromones have done erratic things in front of me. They've changed lanes without indicating. They've indicated left and turned right. They've slowed down or almost braked to a stop without any reason. And we're not supposed to mention those things either, but they happen. And all us older guys who've lived quite a while know exactly what I'm talking about. If I go for a walk and I see a pheromone with a rather large dog, I also give her a wide berth. Because I know, generally speaking, she won't be able to control that dog or has no control over that dog. And it's all because society silences criticism towards pheromones. Some countries are a lot worse than others, but it's there in nearly every country. But there is another pandemic that's affecting mostly all modern pheromones. They seem to be obsessed with themselves. They all believe they're celebrities. And they're taking pictures of themselves in their everyday lives and putting them on Instagram, TikTok, as if people are actually interested in it. Somebody sent me a kind of a meme. It showed a man, quite a few years ago obviously, who'd gone to the moon. He'd taken about 5 to 10 pictures. This pheromone had gone to the shitter, it said, and she took 97. And that kinda says it all, doesn't it? Because for some reason these pheromones believe that we're interested in what they're doing at every minute of the day. And it's a good job the men are walking away, because pheromones don't need a man anyway. They already love themselves so much, they may as well date themselves. Because no man is going to love this pheromone any more than she does. Oh, and people may say, oh, you're always picking on pheromones. No, I'm just telling the truth. When you think of a rhino, what do you think? We all know they're big, they're solid, and they're generally always in a bad mood. A bit like a moose. That's the rhino's nature, and that's the moose's nature. So just imagine that society says, no, the rhino's very gentle, and the moose, and you can go up and pet them at any time. Think how many people will be injured and killed. But that's what society does with pheromones, isn't it? And the media. And I'm just pointing out the pheromone nature. But for some reason we're not allowed, really, to do that. And yet we can criticize men until the cows come home. And the papers and internet does it all the time. They praise pheromones and degrade men. And there really is something wrong with our society. And why it's so hard for young men or even middle-aged men to understand that is because they're not as old as I am. And I did live in a good society when I was a young man. And the quality life then was very high. People had principles. But the younger men and even the middle-aged men never knew that. so they don't know any different. I don't know, maybe I'm turning into a bitter old man. Some people may say, it's too late. You already are. Anyway, take it easy, fellas, and have a nice day. Marty! Hi, Doc. I'm going to take the DeLorean for a quick spin. Don't worry, I'll only just go over 88 miles per hour. Marty.
Great Scott!
Alright, so the lights and dials seem to be working okay. The flux capacitor is fluxing. So yeah, I'm just going to go straight along this road about 90 miles an hour. I mean, what could go wrong? Alright, let's do it. Woohoo! 88 miles per hour.
Marty! How am I supposed to get you? There's no Back to the Future 4!
What's the pity? I mean, really, eh?